EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Eddie Pinheiro about set to get us going, and we are underway here in Charlotte. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Two and a throw right away. Eluding the pressure right. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 28 yards to gain there on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. They'll run. Here's Devon Achane. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers 16. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Back to the ground, Achane. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa on the move to his left. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Jonnu Smith. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Dolphins will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And not willing to risk a return, this ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go, set. Steal, check, steal.
And they'll start on the ground with Hubbard. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here's Young from the shotgun. Over the middle, complete. That's Hubbard. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
2nd quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Ready. Right, 97. Ready.
Young working out of the gun. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Go now. Six, mega. Blue striker. Ready.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Moore. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
A throw left side, reeled in by the rookie wideout. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. First target, first catch at a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Young. This one into the hands of Thielen. Touchdown, Carolina! Adam Thielen, 41 yards. And the Panthers are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Piniero's extra point up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Up to midfield. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
Tua going to throw. Buying time to his left. Complete. Smith has it. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. It's a big play there for Miami. 42 yards. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They fake the handoff. Now Tua rolling to his right. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them at the end zone as the first half winds down.
This Carolina defense looking to keep him out of the end zone once more. 3rd and goal. Here's Tua. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Call it a big loss of 10 there. And it's going to bring up a 4th and goal. Sanders' kick is good, and the Dolphins have taken the lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Finding Sanders on the crossing route. And he will go out of bounds down at the 15-yard line. A big play there just before halftime. 59 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Young now. Flushed out right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
And here you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart, not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
They'll throw again. Young. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. 3rd and 19. Here's Young. That's going to be caught. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. And Xavier Legette in the final seconds of the first half. And the Panthers have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Tua, the final shot before half. This time for Smith, and it's enters. Oh, they try a lateral on the return, and now the ball's loose. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a nifty return there all the way across the 40.
In a game like this, you're fighting, you're scratching, you're clawing, you're hammering away. That return has the feel of maybe cracking the rock and giving them a chance to get a big-time advantage.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12. Now a give. It's Hubbard going left. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
There's a short throw caught by Sanders. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves them with 3rd and 1. A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down.
Ready, ready. Yellow, go.
They'll try and run for this with Hubbard. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
We couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here. They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Ready?
Looking to throw, Young. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. So that is not the way you want to begin the half when you're only up by 1 score. A turnover right away.
And my guess that in the locker room, that's what the defensive coordinator of the other side was saying. We've got to find a way to get the football back for our offense. And they were able to do it.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And their defense did its job, forcing the takeaway there to start the half, and now can the offense follow suit?
And you'd better believe that one side of the ball feeds off the work of the other, so they'll want to come out, establish some rhythm, and go down and take the lead.
2nd down and 4. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now Tua. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
And he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter play. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the 4th. Now a 2nd and 10. Play action. Now it's Tua. Out to his left. Short throw to Smith. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
I like the thought process. I like the design, but I think he may have waited a little too long to spot his man, because if you're going to run that drag route, you've got to put it on him and let him turn upfield. Instead, he waits until his receiver's too close to the sideline, and they don't get the yards after the catch.
On play action, here's Tua. He'll buy some time right. That is caught. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Looking to pass. Tua. Rolling to his left. A short throw there. That's to Smythe, the tight end. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 11 more on that one, and another 1st down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Tua sets up to pass it.
That's caught. Waddle on the left side.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 13-yard line.
How about a nod to the sequence of plays they're putting together here? This has been death by 1,000 paper cuts on this drive. But this is one of their best plays yet, and they're able to move it down into the red zone.
Now Achane on 1st and 10.
And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire.
Here's second down and 3. Now Tua. Right back to Achane on second down.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line.
Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
They'll roll him out right. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they've got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week at practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, and when you look at it from the offense's perspective, taking care of the ball is so important. I know they're going to have all kind of ball security drills in practice all next week.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down.
This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7 at the 22-yard line.
Young here to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Well, this is taken in. It's complete.
Well, this is one of those games where if you win it, it feels extra special. But to lose a close one like this, Charles, remember where they didn't score any points in the second half, that has to sting a bit more.
Absolutely, and I really think that they're going to spend so much time poring over this game film, trying to figure out where their calls went wrong, how they didn't execute on certain plays. They were so close. Yeah, this one's going to linger for a little while as they try and diagnose this loss.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Panthers are winners here as we say so long from Charlotte. With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Here's the former Florida Gator, Eddie Pinheiro, to get us started. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Play action. It's Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. Still on his feet. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, 69 yards. And the Ravens are on the board first here this afternoon. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And the Ravens lead at 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Young to throw it. That'll be caught right side by the rookie receiver. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. A quick throw by Young, caught out wide. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. A former Oklahoma State Cowboy, it's Chuba Hubbard. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. To throw, Young. Well, tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it. And the Ravens will take over possession here up at the 44.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. A short throw caught by Andrews. Showed that brute strength, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. Now Jackson going to shift him around. Now Jackson, off play action. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
As expected, he's gone to him several times in this game, but that's the first time one has slipped from his grasp. I'll bet he goes back to him, though. He's an excellent player.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now it's Jackson. He sets to fire deep. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Panthers are going to have it here just past the 25. Well, your first drive of the first quarter, you get it down there, try to fire it in the end zone, and big-time deflation on that play.
No doubt about it. They're moving and grooving and getting into position, and this is not the ending that they saw on this drive, is it? They had things going their way.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Now a 3rd and 6.
Now Young. Flush to his right.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now here's Young.
There's a short throw caught by Sanders.
And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Panther football to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Ready, set. Set, go. Come on, set.
Again, it's Young. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line.
Sacked on the corner blitz by Marlon Humphrey. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
On 3rd down, here's a run by Hubbard. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Right back to Hubbard.
And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
They'll come up 2nd and 7.
Young.
Open man left side. It's the tight end Trimble.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that will bring up 3rd and 1.
Now they'll change things up. Out of the gun, here's the give to Hubbard. And the Panthers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal.
Hubbard.
Instead, he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Another shot from the one on 2nd and goal. Throwing, Young. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Adam Thielen there to make the grab.
And the Panthers are on the board here in the final minute of the first half.
Good bounce-back drive right there through the pick on drive number 1. Drive number 2 leads them right down the field into the end zone.
Agree totally. Excellent bounce back, tremendous poise, confidence never lost, and obviously he transmitted that to his teammates as well. What a really nice drive.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
2nd and 10.
Here's Jackson. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
Fourth down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt.
This will be fielded at the 17. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gifford. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd down and 3.
And he'll go again here with Hubbard. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
On play action, Young.
Looking right side, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trenton Simpson.
And he will bring this back. It's a pick-6 and a Raven touchdown.
Well, the offense, they had really not been able to mount anything yet on that drive, and the defense made sure they couldn't mount anything. The interception and the return adding 6 to the scoreboard.
And that's no small return for a linebacker, partner. He took matters into his own hands and his legs on that pick. And once he had it, I don't think anyone on the field could have stopped him.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
Oh, and some hitting going on now. This has been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on the return. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
It's Young off play action.
That's complete out right to the tight end, Trimble.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
And they'll run on first down with Hubbard.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Here's Young.
That one complete to Leggett.
And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. So the completion good for 6 yards. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. Now whistles. Flag down, and I believe one of the Panthers got moving early. Now after the false start, they need 8 yards here on 3rd down. In motion, the tight end. Now Young.
This ball taken in here by Brooks.
And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Will go down as a gain of 6. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
They get this out quickly to the left side. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first.
I remember in pregame when we were talking to him on the field, and he took his gloves off and showed us his fingers. A few misshapen ones in there, and now we know why, trying to catch those types of bullets.
That was a dart. Yeah, even for a talented receiver, those are tough to hang on to. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Panthers in possession of the football, but facing a deficit here as we get to the 4th and final quarter of play. Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. A good pickup there, a 22. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. It'll be Young again.
On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete.
All right, Captain, it's batten down to Hatch's time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation...
And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass this attempt, and this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting first downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going, and above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Now it's Jackson.
Oh, and that is incomplete.
This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important third down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
In motion, Aguilar.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he'll be out right at the 35.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here. Down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. Shakes off the sack.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on a flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
Now Jackson. They set up the screen for Henry. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off.
We couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here.
Here's Jackson to throw. Sliding out of the pocket.
Right back to Henry, and Henry's got it again.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football.
Now they'll fake the jet sweep and run up the middle with Henry. That's some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone.
Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. Rolling to his right. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on 1st down. A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there.
Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end of the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward.
So with your team leading in the 4th quarter, you know you've got to run the football. They know you've got to run the football. Sometimes that means there's nowhere to run the football.
Henry. Touchdown, Baltimore.
You think back to some of the great goal line bruisers of the past, the Earl Campbells, the John Riggins, the Marshawn Lynches. I think you can put Derrick Henry right in that group as he scores there with another patented Derrick Henry run.
Tucker with the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Young.
Eluding the pressure right. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Kyle Hamilton picks it.